Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites come out here week in and week out, prophesy the downfall, the third Babylon, aka America. But first and foremost, I want to say Kal Hawagim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Hadarach, where I learned this truth from, who rule well. Salutations to the Bakiyar, the elect, the 144,000. That's 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. 12 tribes of Israel consist of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and indigenous of America. 144,000 being the governing body within the 1/3. The rest of the 1/3 comprises of elect men, women, and children. Shalom to you Israelites scattered due to the diaspora and also the triangular trade. So our people come looking like different ethnicities, having various complexions. So this is not a black thing. We're not the black Hebrew Israelites. We're just Hebrew Israelites. Shalom to those that died in this truth. It says the dead should be raised up first. Those that will be accompanying Yahweh Shah on his return, including our King, King Mashah, who is King David. And as always, it's an honor and privilege, honor and blessing to continue to do this work. The water Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Ba'ashim Harachakwadash for answering my prayers and permitting me to do such. Baba Kasha Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Ba'ashim Harachakwadash. Allow us to be an edifying camp to at least one member of the elect, man. Which, you know, you got a lot of things going on. You got World War III taking place. You got the degradation of this society taking place. You know, you got a lot of things going on, man. You got, you just had a shooting, you know, which you got a lot of those too. You know, which is going to get even worse as this economy continues to collapse, man. You know, gas is higher, food prices are higher. You know, it's creating a strain on the wallets of your average day American citizens, man. And it's just going to continue to get worse. Bring out this scripture real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 49, verse 6. Let me start at the top. It says, "Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. Yahweh hath called me from the womb. From the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name." Right, because Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai knows the prophets, the elect, you know, before they were even born, man. You know, real quick precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. It says, "Before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." Right? So it's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah who chooses who are his prophets, man. Who are his mouthpieces, man. You know, not men. Right? It's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah who chooses. Going back to Isaiah chapter 49 verse 1, it says, "Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken ye people from far. Yahweh have called me from the womb." So Isaiah and Jeremiah were both called from the womb, man, to do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is to prophesy, man. You know, it's not of our own will. It's of the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. You know? It says, "From the bowels of my mother have he made mention of my name. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword." And, you know, understanding and knowing history and going into words, he has made our mouth like a sharp sword, man. And being, what do you call it? Endowed or endued with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You know, he has made our mouth as a sharp sword, man. You know, it says, in the shadow of his hand have he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver have he hid me, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Yashar'Allah, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, I have labored in vain, I have spent my strength for naught, and in vain, yet surely my judgment is with Yahweh, and my work with the Most High. Right? With my power. That's what it says in the scriptures. You know, so our work is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. You know, he's the one that leads our way, directs our steps, you know, to do his will. Right? Whether if we like it or not. Whether if we want to or not. You know, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that controls all things, man. Right? It says, and now saith Yahweh that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him, though Yashar'Allah be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of Yahweh, and my power shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Yaqub. So it's a light thing, man. You know, is just a reasonable service, man. You know, that's why I always say it's an honor and privilege, because it's a light thing. Because one minute you could be teaching this word, and the next minute you could be back in the world, man. Or you could be in the spirit world. You know? So, therefore, it's an honor and privilege to continue to do this work, man. Nobody is saying that anybody could, you know, control if they come out here or not, man. You know? No one could dictate that. No one could say that, oh, this dude is a man of the Lord, or this dude isn't. It's all of the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. You know? Because one minute, you could think that you're a man of the Lord, and the next minute you're in the spirit world, man. With an ill, savory name. You know, you see it many a times. You know? It says, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes, oh, Salakia. It says, and to restore the preserved of Yashar'Allah. So we're out here to restore, restoration. You know, through the will and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. You know, by teaching his word, man, bringing his word out. You know, to Yahweh Sha'aratazah preserve Yashar'Allah, which is really the elect, man. We're only out here for the elect. We're not out here for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, man. And for the most part, you know, whatever city you are in, you know, a lot of people ain't gonna come through and walk by the camp, man, that are really sincere, that have a thirst for knowledge. You know, a lot of the times, you know, our epistles go up on the internet. You know, where, you know, you can't get mad that you ain't getting no views. You know, because really the scriptures tell you that you got to watch the apostles. You know, first. So a lot of the brothers, you know, Tom go to watching the apostles' videos, man. So you can't really get mad if you ain't getting no views. Who cares, man? As long as you're putting your videos up That's all that matters, man. And if you really that cynical about it, just fucking click on your own video and be like, okay, I got one view. That's cool. You know, but people want the glory on this side, man. Let Yahweh Shah get the glory, man. You know? Let Yahweh Shah be glorified, man. Who cares if you only got a couple of views? Who cares if you don't have that many people coming by your camp? As long as that the Most High has put the spirit on you to do his will, that's all that should matter, man. Because you could be like any of these other people in this world, man. Thinking that things is going to get better, man. When it's getting progressively worse. You know? It says, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles being the Israelite foreigners, man. And we all became Gentiles. You know? Pursuing Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We all became Gentiles, man. You know, so us being out here and uploading videos, we're becoming a light onto the Gentiles, man. But then you got others that, you know, make this truth look bad, man. You know, like those individuals that march up and down the street in purple, man. The ooze. You know, the Foot Clan. You know, which that's not what this truth is about. This truth is about the truth. Going into the scriptures, going into the breakdowns, going into history. Not marching up and down the street, man. And then when you dissect what those certain individuals are all about, you see that they don't have the truth, man. Because they're worried about the wrong things, man. They're focused on the wrong shit. Right? But our position is to be a light onto the Israelite foreigners, man. To bring them back to the commonwealth. Right? It says that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Right? We're trying to persuade you. Right? Because every man has to be fully persuaded in their own mind. Right? You have to believe in this word. You have to believe in this knowledge. Let's go to when this is Romans chapter 14 verse 5. It says, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So you got to be fully persuaded in your own mind, man. You know, you got to actually believe in this truth. You can't be wavering, man. You can't be wishy-washy. You know, this truth has to be what do you call it? Your essence, everything that you know you're breathing for. You know, that's why he said, this is St. Matthew. I'm gonna just start at verse 32. St. Matthew chapter 10 verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. So we're out here confessing. This is a confession. We're confessing Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua before men. You know? And if you can't physically see anybody, it's the unseen world that is watching, man. That is taking notes. That is being edified. You know? It says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. And you know, all those that shun the truth, that talk shit, that went back into the world, those are those that denied Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. You know? Even the passerbyers that pass by and snark, have some shit to say, man. Those are the ones that are going to be in a worse position, man, real soon. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth, because Yahushua is not coming to send peace on earth, man. You know? He's not coming to send peace. As you have these people in these churches believe, man, these so-called Christians. These so-called Christians want you to believe, oh, he's coming with hugs and roses and kisses and so on and so forth. But he's not coming with that, man. He's coming as a man of war, man. Exodus the 15th chapter, the 3rd verse. That's how Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to come, man. He's coming with a sword. It says, I came not to send peace, but a sword. And then they want you to believe that you're going off because you understand the scriptures. You understand the prophecies. They want you to be demonized. A lot of you don't even want other brothers to believe, man, just because the demon that is on you, man. You hell bent on wanting to see someone destroyed. Well, hey, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to destroy you. Because a lot of you, you know, you would have did the same thing to Yahushua, man. You would have tried to destroy Yahushua. And just as Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart, you don't even see the shit that you're doing, man. But that's cool, because, hey, this is his movie, man. You know? A nigga could be here today and gone tomorrow, man. You see it so many times in this truth, man. You see it so many times in this world, man. Until you're just a memory, man, like Tupac. They still talking about that nigga to this day, man. And what really did he achieve in this world besides fucking rapping on a mic. You know, they force a legacy on you, man. That shit is forced. You know? So all while you're hell bent on seeing someone else destroyed, who's to say that you're not going to be the one destroyed, man? It says, for I have come to set a man at variance or at difference. You know, and that's the atmosphere that is in a lot of our households, man. We're at difference because of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This truth is going against the grain, man. With a lot of thought. You know, which a lot of these people's thinking is corrupted because of this world, man, because of this devil, man, this deceiver. You know? So you got to counteract that with the spirit, and first and foremost with prayer, man. Prayer to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the number one thing. That's hey, you go to these Marvel comic encyclopedias or whatever, they'll have certain characters and they'll list their attributes, man. They'll list their superpowers. Well, prayer to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua should be your number one superpower, man. Because it takes faith. It takes faith to pray onto those names, man. And when your faith is strong enough, you actually see your prayers get answered, man. You'll see the results of your prayers. You'll actually see people getting put to death. You actually see people deteriorate from your prayers, man. Because of your faith. And that faith is only a gift that is given by Yahweh, man. Right? It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother. Even you sisters, man. You got to go through the straight gate, man. It ain't just, you know, you find a rod to hop on, man. You got to catch hell, too. You got to show integrity, man. Just like the mother and her 7 sons, man. That's why her remembrance is mentioned. And, you know, for the best of me, I always try to, you know, read that chapter, man. Because that's the glorification Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua gave her. To show the women on how you're supposed to be, man. Right? It says, in the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. And that's true, man. Your enemies are going to be they in your own house. That's why you got to, you know, tread carefully. You know, to the best of your ability, or the lot that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua gives you, you got to be independent, man. You got to get your own abode. Get your own house. Get your own job. You know, make your own increments. Because your enemy is going to be the ones in your own house. They're always going to try to undermine you. A lot of these spirits want you to fail, man. They want to see you fall. Even in this truth, you've got niggas that want to see other people fall, man. You know? Not knowing that, hey, what if that person you want to see fall is of the elect? And then they pray. What's going to happen to you? When Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua answers their prayers, man. You know? And then a lot of you try to destroy someone that has done nothing to you. You did everything to that person, but they done nothing to you that you can recall, that you could, you know, put into memorization, man. Out of your own mouth. Oh, he ain't never do nothing to us, but you did everything to him. So by the wickedness that you done to him, in order to save your own ass, your whole mission is to see him be destroyed, so you know you could have a what do you call it? You could be like, oh, you could have relief. Oh yeah, he was just a wicked nigga anyway. That's why we did all that evil to him. That's why we always said what we said behind his back and did all the shit that we, you know. So that's the reason, man. Cause the nigga that did the most shit to you, you don't say nothing about him. You don't say shit. That's just water under the bridge. All the fucking weirdo, malicious shit that nigga did to you, that actually did to you, you don't have nothing to say against him, man. But the one motherfucker that made sure everybody got home safe, to the best of his ability to make sure everybody was on point, that you robbed, that you pointed guns at, that you were taking sexualized pictures of, that you dirtied their name all across America, that you took their money when you needed rent, your car to get out the impound, or just to get a fucking blowjob, man. You got the most shit and the most energy to try to get him destroyed rather than the motherfucker that actually did some shit to you, man. That's why I say like this, man. A lot of you would have did the same thing to Yahweh Shah, man. Wait till I start praying to Yahweh Shah, man. Wait till I start praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers that are in the spirit world already, man. Hey, there's witnesses to this shit, man. It would be better for you to tie a millstone around your neck and drown in the fucking ocean than offend one of the little ones that believe in him, man. And all these years I have to always climb up a fucking steep hill of niggas talking shit just to do this work, man. But it's cool, because I'm doing it for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And just like I pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when it's my time to go, I'm ready, man. I'm ready right now. This is the only reason why I'm out here, man. It's the only reason why I even do the work. It's for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. For a lot of you, the only reason why you do the work is because you want someone destroyed in you for no fucking reason. When the tape plays back, we're gonna really see what it really was, man. Got motherfuckers lying about, oh, he's always trying to. A lot of the times, you motherfuckers were so drunk that motherfuckers was trying to fight you. There was plenty of times where, you know, I had to intervene and protect you drunk ass niggas, man. All for you to be like, oh, he's always trying to start a fight. I ain't never been in a fight. And then the one time that I ended up having to punch this bitch off of me, that wasn't even fucking me. They was 5 niggas in the fucking restaurant. Now, should I have said, you got knocked the fuck out? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. That's what really pissed that bitch off. But any other time, it was always, you know, me protecting you. But I guess you could treat me however the fuck you want to, because, hey, in your mind, you don't think I'm a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua anyway, man. Hence the reason why I still ain't got paid for the car. So you robbed me of a fucking car. So the amount of shit that you done to me super exceeds the amount of things that I've done to you, man. But it's okay. As long as I'm doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know? Verse 37, it says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Yeah, even you go into your kids, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the number one thing, man. You know? And then you got niggas that talk about going into the Passover holding grudges. Well, a lot of you niggas been holding grudges for decades, man. And then you got the nerdy. I don't have a problem with none of you niggas, man. Because I don't really feel you're doing it to me. You're doing it to Yahweh Shah, man. That's how you feel about Yahweh Shah at the end of the day. When you talk about people holding grudges going into the Passover, man. And then you want all these scriptures to try to put on me, and they magically just bounce off of you. Doesn't make no fucking sense. No. All those fucking years. What, the nigga was mad because on the Passover I said that he was trying to holler at a fucking tranny? Then his countenance dropped? Or what about them dudes that we called on the phone and Yashawan was on the phone and then their countenance dropped and they got seemingly agitated, man? Did they eat the Passover unworthily? A lot of you niggas in GMS is gonna get put to death, man. There ain't gonna be no favoritism. There ain't gonna be no hiding. It's gonna be you reap what you sow, man. A lot of you sowed discord. A lot of you sowed hatred. A lot of times, a lot of you don't even you don't even live according to the scriptures, man. To the best of your ability, man. But then you got the nerve, the audacity to say someone else can't make it. I'm just gonna start praying, man. I'm gonna just start praying against you niggas. I'm gonna pray to Yahushua like I always have. And then we're gonna see what's what. But I think the most righteous thing is just to pray for, just to pray to Yahweh Shah to bless you. That would be the most righteous thing to do. You know? Got a nigga that met me over here. And lied to me. You said, yeah, everything that you've been saying on those videos is true. But then he'll go make a video saying that I'm a liar and I'm this and I'm that. And then he wondered why he ain't got no faith, man. He worried about a pack of fucking dogs. Taking out 2 knives, 2 fucking 2-inch blades. Come on, man. Bringing out 3 scriptures in 1 hour. And then he wants everybody to believe I'm hating on him, I'm a liar, I'm jealous. What the fuck I gotta be jealous of any of you motherfuckers for, man? Which one of you motherfuckers I need to be jealous over? That's fucking ludicrous. That's ludicrous, man. That's crazy. A motherfucker that don't give a fuck about going to the spiritual world or not is not jealous of any of you fucking niggas, man. Come on now. A lot of you try to make up narratives. You make shit up. You know? A lot of you make a lot of shit up. I live in reality, man. I don't gotta be jealous of none of you, man. I'm still just waiting for you to pay me for my fucking car that I sold to you, man. You know? We don't gotta talk. All you gotta do is hit the Cash App. I'm gonna rob him and I'm just gonna wait to the kingdom. Alright, that's cool. Wait to the kingdom then, man. You know? Wait to the kingdom. shit, even though I need the money, I don't need the money anyway, you know? But that's what it really is, man. You niggas did so much bullshit to me that your whole thing is I have to be wicked. You gotta try to get me out of there, man. To justify your fucking wickedness. That's what it really is. Cause even out of your own mouth, oh, he ain't never do nothing. He ain't never do nothing to us. Yeah, I'll risk my fucking life for you niggas, man. I'll do it again. Because, you know,